share the rent officers. I was various jurisdiction.
Okay.
To say Kumasi rent officer for your more SIC side. The regional director, Madam for Mr. Mackenzie Utia Michiao Frankly. They should have a register of all housing deficit in our country.
Okay.
And Anka Ghana ni anaso bi owo sa kru mu a opese okope baby etna ana sum dwebe dwuno betimi aye na dwuma no nko ordinance rent controller betimi akasa okay he na wote te say me amete Daba news site me say me Daba news site he na ope baby acho so Daba news site there ye a dime be 1 2 3 4 5 intin ka ban nan kasa a share rent control to keep a register.
Okay.
Of all housing vacancies in the country in various places. Inti ba for pay be na sanka with us of agency biamo no call rent a yan kase so mutimi ma bibisa. Name who the way you cream muti.
And no the Rent Act. No?
Yes, our Rent Act.
Act 220.
Yes, 220, 1963. As I said, they are supposed to have a rent register.
Wow, this is my first time.
Unfortunately, while in the way Ghana state institutions and your mojuma, and it's disheartening. Rent control officer or making wako hoda uko huda no assign a ofele they work on rent in kasasa buy more baby I mean very nice building very befitting almost status
well decorated.
Meanwhile, they be able to do sometimes not less than 100 people. No, I think the last floor. Now, for us, a bit for structure and so it is structure integrity. That is the issue we are dealing with in Ghana here. Deficit minimum is serious. I may not be able to put statistics to it, but it's serious.
Wow.
So me omojuma nka ba bia nkomunim ahanom say ye vacancy say nkofo say na so mo pay at least the statistics will show you that ye will be 20 vacancies nkofo 200 na pay at least more you want 20 more 180 no ye reduce bed in kakra ahanom nka ope bi odaba news but ye bi o e bi atonsu
ama
ompe was okay imagine sir
okay
it would have been better but
and this is the Rent Act, no? Act 220, 1963. Rent register we.
Yes.
Or how been a debre?
How a debre ne nyama ye family.
Okay.
Obi pe baby diniti at no what me akona djuma. Onya baby. Inti ubonse rent a year yeke.
Office no.
What did they do? Can you imagine this?
Okay. Wow.
Inti you can say and madam from Obon regional director no Mr. Mackenzie mean that all the workers me chairman some office in the TV so yeshi fatakra.
Wow.
Inti bafo so say they brain and say these kiosks are springing out in various places about nuisance. Some of ebin no. Nipa no pe baby ada. Onya baby nda. Into konya baby kakra bi kiosk no abo bibi esi ho no. Na abe nuisance. Into hunsu so idea nyama bebre. Yes.
All right. Lawyer, see the major problem agents.
Okay.
Agents. Agents no. From a law background, legal and I say
legal. Me my uncle.
Okay,
legal. The Rent Act recognizes it.
Okay,
but they have abused it.
Okay, in what sense?
Okope baby say ya. Me mfa baby ameti daba new side. And na mo adwuma ntro unya ho enkohwehwe. The agent na be say adwuma na ma. Apart from that, a lot of the landlords will bring agents no
direct
into our premises be no agent akasa me dan we abeda ho no mu and I'm saying the Rent Act e wonyansamu ama I recognize the activities of agencies or the servants of the landlord and or the tenant. Name omo abusing in the sense that Rent Act ne say uye agent one a kotia mrampo klasa obeka say you buy for 2 years advance bra.
Yeah.
In case say
uye agent
yes.
A kotia mra.
Even the agent and the landlord in a kotia mra so obeka should be say for 2 years advance bra. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And now and so to me even for more than 6 months. But why would you create a
lawyer about a kotia mra ben?
The Rent Act, and it's punishable. Sometimes imprisonment of about 6 months.
So would you 2 years rent?
Yes.
Imprisonment.
What just that will processes new procedures as fast.
Okay.
But what we see you now maybe KCB.
Okay.
The truth is that there is the law.
Okay.
And then there's also wisdom.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
I am not going to endorse what I'm saying, but I'm saying that who pay baby ada, what konye baby, a one room, pressure that a one apartment,
yeah.
Pressure that one apartment. No, it's about 50 different people looking for the same
apartment. Yes.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Me? 50 different households looking for the same apartment. Into Bafo. Okones or person who insist on your right say this is what the Rent Act says. You won't get it.
You won't get it. Yeah.
You can also report the landlord to the rent control and now even the agent to the rent control say maybe I say you in mania. You cannot force him to accept your tenancy.
Why?
Because rent your services provided.
Yeah.
So I am providing service to will be tenants. So I am selling. It's like me taxi driver who no what he that's just the whole thing.
Yeah.
Into me more services. The services are what? Accommodation. And I'm for 50 an hour. I sell it to the one I want to sell it to. I am not forced to sell it to you. Therefore.
Then, lawyer, what is the essence of the Rent Act?
So a lot of the rent, it is to regulate activities between landlords and tenants. As some will say,
yeah.
The purpose of the is in all is just to regulate activities between landlords and tenants, or their signs. You can say over signs are omutimi edo mutimi show mumu.
Okay.
Say koye say juma we mama and I say committee we mami. Yeah. And that is the purpose of the Rent Act. But I am saying that the Rent Act cannot force a landlord to change now offer premises name branco for be 10 about the same premises. So
I will be 2 years ready.
Will be 2 years now all by us a change for 6 months no now person do you understand me?
Yeah.
Obey you so article be real. Obey you so article be real no their mommy brace or no and or meeting a requirement. The Rent Act recognizes the regulators.
Okay.
The rent control people.
Okay.
Our first call of regulators, primary regulators.
Okay.
Rent every region has a rent department and a rent office. And then every district SSA rent office. Okay. They cannot enforce the law by themselves. So the Rent Act then recognizes the rent magistrate or the district court.
Okay.
I just finished conducting a rent case or Prempe Hano.
Okay.
Into Prempe ladies, Prempe court never honum. We did a lot of rent cases.
A rent court.
Yes, a rent court.
Okay.
Into a district court or not say a district magistracy. But when the rent case comes, then it assumes the jurisdiction for a rent case. No, this and then there's third leg. Oko rent court on a magistrate on they say we could do as a and then we defer. The act allows you to appeal to the High Court. But as some will be say, you see, into regulators no. Now, even the rent court or the rent magistrate cannot force a landlord to vary the conditions of the tenancy.
Lawyer, can you pick a crack?
Lawyer, for friend you.
But one what we keep.
Yeah, we come as I know. Because you are be possible. Ade American say even court now abandi to me and as a Rent Act need to me action is say nkasa na ntawantawa wo landlord ne
tenant no
tenant first of all mo de be call a rent control. Rent control kotena hwehwe asem ni na no so okay. Ye decision ye recommendations ano mo beka no.
Okay.
See. So mo do recommendation ne ba o mu ntime enforce recommendation rent control.
Rent control to me enforce recommendation. Okay.
Just after o mo de call the rent register.
Okay.
Magistrate. No amani orders. Ana the ruling. Ana the judgment.
Okay.
No enforce. Okay. And I may say make out was say enumpo so far as it is concerned about increasing rent rate. Now about to vary the condition. Yes, condition of the tenancy.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not about for fee. Ye GBB two mono. Me say me dear me pese me use some kunyawi furniture. This type of furniture. And ye G2 more tenancy agreement. Now when the suba for when the suwa. Rent court no intimate for so per the Rent Act intimate for so says our condition way yes sano me say this is the way I want it. They cannot force me to change the condition. Into even with that praro obia emrano ema to me no asa as you can be sir. It's like you are working within a certain narrow premises.
Lawyer, any na say and some way can the minji ni se be adwuma da wo say o current here it should be 6 months but and say 2 years no.
Yeah, and say 2 years.
Na say na and say 2 years no. Mo kire say and say 2 years no. When I make a report ya man, the rent control also rent control can give recommendations,
yes,
but cannot give orders.
Yes,
it's a court.
Yeah, just a rent control national de beko. We a tenant next or person call report be for tenancy swap.
Yeah,
or the beko rent control. No mama or form no affiliate.
Okay,
or failure or beko wasem. Rent control no act as a quasi judicial body.
Okay,
judicial body. Enye court as yamani to me say utimi di asemi.
Yeah.
Na wafre obetre krata omu bailiffs ni akọ serve it landlord no. Say o tenant we e di asem say ya be tia wo ahanom enti yesrewa enna say ye hia so beba be yiwa no. You have to make yourself available at the rent control. No so akoka wo de. E wo mramu ye free bibi the principle of natural justice is one of the most fundamental principles in law. Say me ma become asem na we ntie the other side no webu aten. Straight away ekokota ye bobu agu. A fundamental principle in law, natural justice. Give me the chance to explain my side.
Yeah. And
that law comes from the Bible in the book of Genesis. Time or one better Eve. Even if Erade man kwan mani be yi na
no. Okay.
No so yi tu Adam so.
Yeah.
And Erade man Adam so kwan be yi wa no. Tema na Erade mo kwan ni na ade a ekoso na Erade
no.
Tema na wo ne ehya se obedada even wo ne nya adwen se me pese me dada
no
na Erade ehu.
Yeah.
And so still o ma if ho kwan say even wo no Erade man ho kwan so oyi na no.
Yeah.
If Adam. That is where that principle of natural justice comes from. You know, my friend, the natural justice principle. Or the utterance pattern.
Okay.
That is how we see it in law. Mami ho kwana me so me be comedy.
Yeah.
And then the rent control tenant abe complain against the landlord or be free landlord no so abe kan asem. Sometimes landlord no be kan asem awie no. That tenant need default. Sometimes tenant no rent control be can asem awie no naturally landlord a default. And then they will make their recommendation. Ebia hadum betime atufo or ye gisa hadum ka oye ni say ya eyo. So tia ye hia say be court. Or ye na just say tintin there be two and me two no then the option of the rent control to make their recommendations to the rent magistrate.
Okay.
No adjudicate asem no proper in the legal framework. Afi ni aka obetimi afa lawyer na we so afa ne lawyer no mu meni na aka copy say okay and a judgment dey ni ebu etia wa na ebu amaw.
Lawyer, I am confused and I think maybe listeners
let me help you.
I say CC why current dan I was renting how many years? If I wanted 2 years I was me 2 how many years?
You want to rent it for okay, so Emrano, you pay according to what Emranica.
Emran says
6 months.
Emran says 6 months. Yes. But you see, this is the case. Majority of our landlords,
yes,
NG 6 months.
Yeah,
or 2 years.
Why is it so? So let me answer you. You see, there's a deficit.
Okay.
Of housing problems, serious, chronic improvement. Ghana. Me as me landlord. Me and me some many free. Okay.
Yeah.
My apartment be and 9 room.
Yeah.
And I'm saying me dey ma rent. Ba for aba. Me bre ya ba. Onkofo be bre aba. Me hwe nkofo a wo aba no. So far nkofo be 50 and e ba me dan no ho a. Pressure air that's on. For be 50 and e ba me dan.
Miss me
Hieska. Apart from Hieska mpukra no. Look, a normal human behavior.
Yeah.
A woman saying, "Can say you make him book craft fremo." Any more time, my catch as a look. Randy says, "I said, be 6 months old." One because on for 1 year, bra, obeying and I'm in from Mouse this year, almost all the 50.
At the 1 year,
beside the beba. Then I'll vary the term again. Mr. Okay, my 250, my 2 years. A mobile 30 beko, a beka 20, but I'm here for 4. So finally, it will come down to it's a rational business behavior. It will come down to the highest bidder. Yes, Subanan Yafamwa Nene Abe entrenched, be part of rental activities. So, could you be a landlord the more 1 year, no abua wumpo.
Really?
Yeah, but you for is know the truth.
Yeah,
it is not legal, but that is the truth.
It is.
And here we are faced with it. If you rent control for no more, they are supposed to enforce this. No, are you telling me say Okoji baby or rent here? When you be advance more about 1 year now 2 years? Papa cannot correct me. The from behind this room because no cry. They will tell you the truth.
Because I made me die.
Yeah, I made die. Pressure so it wasn't any
lawyer. Then with this, how do we solve this problem?
Housing. Yeah, housing. Aban bia ba say me pese me affordable
housing, yeah.
Aban bia ba say me pese me affordable. A policy bi anka ye very good and we were enforcing it in fact.
Okay. Wow. But for me, this question kakra say incommodie ne koso na ma me ba kwa draw attention na lawyer ne question will be sir or say okase mu no ka say aban no any control over landlords no I think say onya santie no na the obisa say or say if the government doesn't have control over landlords to rip off people with high rents and longer term, then what is the use of rent control or the Rent Act?
Enti mame yi minya bana no sisia man kasa aban ni control over the landlords.
Okay.
Enti ebia if that's the impression she got, that is not aban no control. Na aban control wo mosono through the rent control department. What region you any all regions. Okay. But now me cheche mu ame can say there's a serious housing deficit Ghana hanom.
Okay.
Landlord ne sini fee. Running say menje more than 6 months. Okay. Or the ma wa advertiser na say agent bi abeka say abayi edi ni fee yi ma o. Na wako okodu ye no nkofo be ye 10 so abasa fee no so.
Okay.
Wo kuta 6 months. Mr. B is kuta ni 6 months. And the crew woman say obi among more 10 no mujina no or no and now say desperately here nintino okuta 1 year won insem.
Okay.
Mudi nkomo call ya na or the share landlord insem. Or the landlord na ya agreement a. E dey na person oka.
Okay. Not just hono it is a bidding auction and no hono. The highest bidder no.
Yes, the highest bidder because it's a rational market out there.
Okay.
You need controlled system. To say North Korea, where everything is controlled, your behavior is controlled, your economic activities are controlled. This is a capitalist system. Okay. Landlord no ni see ni fee.
Okay.
A woman said the tenancy of person you need no regulated, but pressure better so. Oko jomness oko tomatoes. Just about 2 weeks ago, Burkina Faso for say ma Ghana from the tomatoes bio because of one kasa no munya shortage. Okay, tomatoes bo obeyede.
Yeah.
Yet on tomatoes back e wodwom. That's all ko nipa no that's all kasa me say tomatoes am dey ma me turn the 10 cedis. Obetimi a report
no better.
A free market
because of why you
good, but it is against even moral system. It's against it. In terms of we are facing a serious housing deficit.
Okay.
Landlords are taking advantage of it.
Okay.
Agents are taking advantage of it. Government agencies are paralyzed because they are also part of why there's a serious deficit in Ghana. To say land rent register you are making, saying rent control for you per year. Now you need Bronubia housing vacancies no more publisher. Saying a bit more regulating Yamakakra.
Yeah.
But these things are not being done. That is not they are regulated, but the truth is that they are also seriously challenged. Into a bunny challenge, what do you see? Okay.
But when I make a follow-up question, lawyer, now back on so 1 year say, on say, all various institutions are quite more so generating internal funds. Now, in in the case of renting, no, say I can say agent or ho, I would say Marcus and yet Bonese agent na mama bisa say adentina potential tenants no munti mene rent control no direct nanka commission no enko into their coffers no mo fa nye nyoma mo betimi.
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
So the rent control can initiate such a thing. Okay, because kasa rent register you ho no more. Say the rent control be omo be advert one so wa o pay fee
rent control.
Rent control.
Yeah.
And about some hokwan. In fact, the rent MO mo hokwan. Yes. The Rent Act and mo hokwan to do those things.
Okay.
No more advertise, so more position more here, so many sika. But now me can be being agency, you know. Even the Rent Act, say so okofa agent no do call ya no mo say percentage o mo say near.
I'm probably 10%. 10%.
The Rent Act is against it.
And son of a dynamo was in one antiqua.
Ni na pokra ne say basa. Okay. But you find some one antiqua the other castle no man transportation.
That's right.
But 10% no work Number one, the Rent Act Mahokwan.
Okay.
Rent Act ni say wunti more than 5% for more than 1 year.
Okay.
Of tenancy renewal. Wunti.
Okay.
And that is that. Enti well you know a question now beside a question papa but rent control for nankasa a good initiative for between our fat almost. Ebebo money internally generated.
Incident no money.
But why wouldn't him Ghana need Subai? State institutions who could do say uncle for 50 a year already. They are overwhelmed. But should that also be the excuse?
No.
Says no. Maybe if it was privatized.
Yeah.
In private agency, but yeah,
I change, our government.
If you workers, but maybe if it is also privatized, the common man can also pay.
Yeah, okay.
That's where government looks at it.
Okay.
The welfare system.
Okay.
Yeah, in such a pay.
Well, Henry,
lawyer, answer because law can be about housing. Now, one of the housing need be seen between America say, Anka, the okay, immediate mechanism, idea be boa for rent in some no, but any Ghana housing has you know, housing sika a month for 2 years. And no, I'm in me could be doing come about. And now once SMC no can say one of affordable houses ni be no flat back one and be almost be BB dollars make na make can say no they say no say tenant no enti me any landlords ni delay na say house in the immediate choice na a car almost so a car almost so you right is almost that high charges for house na ke betimi ya affordable ama amount for enya bia atena no
because a friend affordable house
yes say affordable
enti say me Henry Anoa see one thing about this country Constitution 1992
okay
since 1992 ABC do you know how the laws of Ghana have devolved?
No.
Right from when the Constitution was signed into the highest law of Ghana by President Rawlings. utu abantu anamo biasi there be way unconstitutional. Na hered their court. I'm going to challenge the constitutionality of now the Supreme Court, and they have made landmark cases. At Naso, I said, debut to me, you say somebody should test the law. You may get it right, you may get it wrong, but somebody should test the law. Okay, say affordable housing schemes are bandy bay. What they are describing as affordable, is it really affordable? I want to test the law. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Yes, it is about why the term affordable. Because government itself had to realize that you want to afford music, they can afford. You want to afford so more from part they cannot afford. But almost pay baby other.
Yeah.
Or yeah, Juma, or yeah, free ball cat is me.
Yeah. And AWRKUMASI.
And I remember AWRKUMASI. Me buy and also no President Kufo SC a affordable. Me a teacher. Me catria enya affordable say meet me akọ rent ordinary yiti me so me copy ban di yi bia demo a adan na say some can affordable I say nketimi kame no enso me kwa kodu na sika say me tua no enya that affordable so nobody can test the law. Is there any law that is broken? If it is the Supreme Court to make pronouncement, if you are not going for any constitutional interpretation, go to the High Court, enforce your right if you think you have some right, and then let the court decide. Sometimes you lose it, sometimes you get
win.
it.
All right.
But enu ina kan na ye develop yeman yi emra bedu baby and we'll keep going.
Yeah. Lawyer, in about, I think about 2 weeks ago now, my penny John Dramani Mahama, and make this pronouncement say, landlord be our budget 1 year or 2 years, final court.
Yeah. And then I make into President Mahama Pokrasa Maya, they go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. Into Opera, you test the law.
And she say no, me pay if you will say, if you are me to me, we na me pay. Me buy and my landlord ne say, me to for 2 years. Me pay dino still, we na me pay. But me so my penny say, so one Joe 6 months, na so kaso or Joe 1 year or 2 years and final court.
Into bet me report no first of all, rent control.
Rent control.
Emremuno untime once I rent control no.
Yeah, untime sign rent control.
Good. First of all has to be determined by the procedure outlined by law.
Okay.
And the procedure that has been outlined by law is the Rent Act.
Okay.
220. Oh no, landlord no problem, and also landlord no problem. The first step, on rent control.
Rent control.
It's a principle in law.
Yeah.
Ghana procedure outlined just off first. And then wait me akonya the reliefs you are seeking.
Okay.
Enti yes, President Mahama Pukra Abuaye.
Enti edan no menya renti.
Yeah.
But me ba ho no was it 2 years. Medical rent control. Or not so far me chi the dan no am be rent. Still and one me pay.
Into your heart one that's what you need. What you need is right from the word go no only no more enter into kind of an MOU. A binding MOU.
Okay, memorandum of
exactly. Na oda yi so ode be mama san ke me de be mounty because since me hono ma betua me sika no me so fan komo obia o already mumie no ma establish a kind of an instrument binding the two of you.
Okay.
Hono no betumi anya njina so obedu na so de ama obi fufura na odi recover rent control.
Okay.
Emu no waka che rent control say even poor Jimmy say abran say o Jimmy sa.
Okay.
Me be report no. One other thing me de be can say in this situation the Rent Act does not even allow the landlord to use that to eject you.
Okay.
That
no lawyer to us.
There are offenses that Rent Act in more.
Okay.
Among them there are some offenses landlord in Pukran Timin Jinaso and fan to tenant. There be untimid.
Okay. All right. I think a near ye did rent home come away. And come over see the next should be state housing.
State housing.
Yeah. I was saying no makasapa.
Yeah.
State housing.
State housing say one of the places I ban bet me sikapa no was a shenima was a serve a krumu money year. Obe provide housing very good among I also be sika. President Kufuor ne you no ye managing director for State House. We refi guy ni di.
Me am refi.
Oba yo ye adwuma pa.
Or nickname
Ye adwuma pa. The one I want to believe that one also will do the same thing. But it's a very good place. Government can make so much money from rent and from housing. And yet give very good services and affordable really to the citizens.
Henry, into bisa director question.
Question na eba efa we no. Say or say how affordable will these government housing be to the minimum wage earners? Better to look at salary brackets and come up with various categories of affordable houses to meet the needs of various categories of income earners.
Yeah. But that's the question with say me adwuma rent control that's not
state yes. And we will save this for state housing. I think tomorrow have to do
if I may just add, how affordable is relative. Me semi monthly income here 10,000. My disposable income out of the 10,000 a year, let's say 5,000. Me 5,000 a mark akano. It's big enough for me. Make us say be a quite affordable. After all, me nyama me every money na me disposable. On say be our monthly income 4,000. Make us say only irema will be 5.
Yeah.
Disposable income out of the 4,000, 3,500. I got 500. So the word affordable nankasan relative. But that question is for the state housing for.
Yeah, I mean your course 1 or 2 now. Wrap up. I mean 0203540000. Omway na 0203540000. Producers number na ombe fix my na. All right, is there a caller? Right. 0203540000 and 0541012923. Na yendi ene rent honkomo and yendi na yendi honkomo. Hello, good morning.
Okay, we are.
Good morning.
Na ohoya there.
Hello.
Yes sir, pacho ohoya there.
Nyamiado, notumu ya ba wa ukitwa TV ya taxi robeni.
All right,
I'm the hard working lawyer kwa Vincent Pesuaso. Member HPP Media Press Chairman Chama Party. Na mtakuka uti udi amamencha mtakuka za maguka amamencha ba. Na opegeni, ngoja mzaze kwa bado saa tena na lawyer chichi muna. Yaman penya makase. Obiju more than 6 months na. Father suna pana ana tenant no father suna so di landlord le fa ko tu bit makabia ma o ana tinja yebo ko to ana ko tikasem yedi tika yedi ko da isha na sa ko tikasem na so ana je kwa bana le pa so ana free yedi ko to free ana ana betu muta
okay you free ana lawyer minu ya kire say you see 6 months you from koko hasorti there. All right
Into the first step is so funny say obeko rent control no call lodge complain.
Okay.
I don't know so be try bibi mpokra bia documents no na be try simple anka prebi but secretary bia ni be try bibi administrative charges keke am a rent control for.
Okay. All right. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Babo.
Me pa cho ho ye there.
All
right, my you na.
The beginning is I say, and the zero and catch on Panadano, and Mason Yabana. So, when I do the Japan and Lanos, let the week at the Indian German Abana, you did Mawa. You do it in Lanos.
Miss
This man, Japan,
all right, lawyer, I'll be so same beside. Okay.
Of course, we are in Mr. Ban program if you're baby diamond. But to bet me a report on our rent control that. First step is so no obe report on our rent control. O minim kwayom de ne befaso. Ye wie kasa no me share that can be to us say edu on so report o rent control o rent o landlord ni who kwan so me too.
Okay.
Until so much determined case maybe a beko appeal mpokra no
okay.
Ontimi kan chelse me too.
Okay.
Hwe a year inti minua does it.
All right.
We recently D case be ma me client back. At the end of it day rent control you settle no honom.
Yeah.
E hye nkrofo no so mu 56,000 e ma me client no.
Yes, share rent control.
Yes, so rent control a share the landlord me and court mpo. And that's what we did.
Okay.
Nyama na me people kra na nipa nyama ketwa 2 sets of sofa no ma say no landlord no. Because your fair be inducement. O person force ma wo tenant ni free obeba no wa selling no to window. Etiamra etia the Rent Act.
Okay.
No more report to bre o me de bre and then be senior the case ni ma me di akira. I don't know it all. They paid for everything. 56,000 TV, laptops, HP laptop, microwave, shoe rack, iron board, they calculating in Nesika.
Okay.
And they paid.
There's a call on the line. Hello, good morning. Yes, sir. Mama Tiwe, Gabriel. Senior position who ye na dia wo kan hello yeah position who ye nte won kan mesrel
me say ite wo ko nu sa de je da bi ko like you the 2 years na ba ni de ko se pa di no de pa di di ha ba ko de je nya dai ha ko e se ko mo ho ge de se wa bu ka bi ke
all right Mate we so that.
That job 6 months no some fan ko 2 years.
Fan ko 2 years na.
Sa no pass.
Yeah. Yeah, somehow.
And then can say look, you have to balance legality with wisdom.
Yeah.
Because I buy show say mama 6 months. Oba da bonten. O call landlord one more no we see the few. Obe say bu be say eh dan ho ti sadaka. Ka do dey buy.
Do dey buy.
Ono wete ono nim nyansa no osoa ne dey buy na abesi baby owo. Okay.
Yeah.
Until you also balance it with wisdom.
Because she hini bi wo rent control na me money dey. Me na say o hini na ye den wa ha no say akunya ko na de maba. Me di me fie no wo de maba ha. O de ba betu me fie.
Exactly.
Lawyer, one other thing here. A bra to say me term na so. We dey in so time aso so ko me term no aso. Me tenants no I expire. No. But me nya dan ni bi.
No, but tenants now expire. Esa wo mremu say esa so renew ma unless opesoko.
Amount na or they be renew no. Me I can't afford.
Negotiable. No say bro so obetimi a report no. Omube they can vary the tenancy fee.
Okay.
Court bet me a vary.
Okay.
Tenancy fee no.
Okay.
As a so 2,000 so cause me the 4,200. Court bet me a decrease in program by 800.
Whilst you're still in that.
Yes, you are in tenancy, you are in possession.
Okay. Okay. And yasati cases be brea me te dynamo so me team no why increase on say nye de okay no bebrebe na anim ne sa.
The same microphone nim tina program.
Tina program yes. Enti me team na no me tenants no expire no. One of the tools no me ntumi. And was me ntu. Me so me prepare say me pet dan ni bi o baby. Me nyanyan. Ebeso if fan say 12 April I was say 12 April na me yimi niema. Me wa me nya dan ni.
There be nya sa na mra ne tie.
Okay, enti man kan say.
Me show say chinchina 12 April few. Mu ina mo betimi aka. So okay, metu. No pokra no so person o koso tenemu a look. Negotiate one any negotiate ne so ntia o betimi report na call rent control.
Okay.
Ye obi betena ofia ye ntu ne kwa o.
Okay.
There be sa agreement no e binding mu mienu papa ye ntu ne kwa. Sa na Rent Act
no come.
And na o pese o eject no a ye wo mra any procedure be bre se o fa so.
Yeah.
Enye bibia na otimi as landlord so to say or hini oh me fi sa obeba betu me fi it's subject to so many interpretations. Want me implement say guy no enim nem emra no a want me nyesa.
Okay, enti wu tu a yentu ne sa
da bi
enti the first step na was me yen o de apart from some report no rent control no me term na so enti
No,
how long also the money?
Because a term national. Let's understand it differently.
Okay.
The term national as the end of the tenancy has come to an end.
To an end, exactly.
It's different from the period now. Period now. It is time for you to make another payment.
Okay.
So let's get the difference.
Okay.
You want to remain in tenancy. Now, period now, utia last year, April 12. Oh, yeah, payment, basic this year, April 12. If you want to renew it, you just, you see your landlord say, I'll continue in tenancy. Then you come with an agreement. Nemo mesrewa, then you talk.
Okay.
Landlord no any party say obeka debi yatu niam opanacho unless I could do baby anti ase nya adwuma then you can report him.
Okay.
Ontimi just two sir then
and no reporting na e was amount time kakra now the pedan ni bi
o reporting pokra no a we no betimi adi rent control betimi adi asem no
okay
ahwe baby anokra na aka chen say dabi uni ho kwan say obetu no
okay
the father was you fie no nche say obetimi to tenant anytime I pay o
okay
emra ma ho kwan da ba kumpo
okay very well. Is there a call on the line? Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
na on here dey senior. All right, mami tiwa.
Na akara me kan say ya got a little ni na ya na let control for na di dem because I say o ga say the hard that this man ka and you get them from the normal view of them they take it up and me because AWR senior citizens no the key e man man about what the then for no more hard na non-technical for this year better 200 and then I drop me out better but no go do down who na down obi anywhere as you say non-technical but you can say we want to rent control as the one pa na say you see any how down the top of area and you rent control gunu
Okay. Yeah.
And the avoid the time that's why you should go about it. I went to Dama with you. And just some way or what? Also,
Mate, Minia. Mate, Medase, Mate, Medase. Now, and then there was any lawyer, Edisi, now, I'm the lawyer, Nancy Quanso, also court to see. Lawyer, Anope, thanks for coming. Mr. Yes, sorry, in the beer, and send back to me in the beer, also, the platform.
I did back up, person, me de can home. Calling out landlord ejectment.
Okay.
Say O2 be. Ebia o rent number aso. Wa bo koko bebria untria. Onso mba enene metnase.
Yeah.
Eno no otimi report to rent control na yitu.
Okay.
O betna ni fie no. O se mesro mimi fie we die me the Italian tiles na ye yen soja cropot ewu
tiles na so.
Ubu say yi ne so a otimi di two an obligation.
Okay.
Otimi report na ye two.
Okay.
You will be fair emram your friend in nuisance. Me be chi ni fie no ka cham say me so hanu ye nye dede bebre na the next apartment no me crofo no mo no o me asofo bompa ya na so mo pedede. Me sorry me Rastafari Jarrasta me bonyo no. Look, the moment I extra sound it the next occupant no ye free bibi mremu nuisance.
Okay.
Yet me di gina so etu
Ubi me be you me dem no.
Yes.
What in what dem you to me di
yet me landlord me di two nuisance so ha or adjoining occupiers no oh ho margin obi so no obaji mi fie me say me nye tutu e wo mi fie anu also baji anwumre bia na ma ya besala na mema ya besala no we kono oba na we ko immoral activities.
Yeah.
That is one. And illegal activities. Auditon we. It me the two. Ubesi bifi no. You are running down the premises. Yeah, running down the premise like what my Danny wa need those is it me the two. Until the you bisi hano.
Okay. But okay. If the caller be online so. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Bafo.
Na on here there. Me pacha on here.
Ya
Yakupon mobile number 3.
Yamiadom. Pachamintio. Hello.
Papa,
Pachawai.
The question is, me bachelor feel me didn't say be a was so. Come on. Me move a few random rascal. You may cool piano, me and me. It's a dog, both way, wolf, you may be dear piano. Won't go away. And the Abasana. Now I won't quite say, or do a book as a car. A Juma Nano and said, I'm coward, so what to see what you mean in a and so all blessing Yana was a massage. No, I didn't say do one.
All right, Medasi so free, Medasi. If the lawyer can react to this, lawyer, agreement, has come to an end. Na a bonus idea tum kakraka.
Uni kwanisa.
Yeah.
Ube or me near baby me report more rent control.
Okay. Rent control. You need one more juma bao. How effective are they?
Very important. Because ingo monka ugo mo ube haten and say landlord.
Mr. My last caller. Hello. Good morning. Nyami Adaroma na mpacho swe. All right, mami ntiwe.
Wa for ne de adio ya mu dia ba de de pa o. Na mi ya kakra medwin ho se abaya ono de hye oyi ba no esisi ne dan no ai wo tu ni gisa affordable no ye hu se wo titu lawyers ne doctors e o mbetimi asi wo mu dia na so wo asi wo mu dia dadam wo ma baji abai ne dia na boso nti be de na mi a mi twitasi na se mi twitrotro na mi pede bia mi bai ni fiura e se nti wo nyini se no so besa ma ye ho asa ba chiri e bi wo pri se me kwa kwaji dey fiura no de ope 2 years me see abai si mi ntua 1 year na this so then father no ma hai.
Okay.
Me current control abai ni do ho a ode ne de be ma me nti se rent control ni if you run a criman so an o se me fa ma haya e dia ina
e was all yeah that prempe my last caller lawyer all react to here na am say sorry you media ni so
the okasa sisi elder Wadawroma answer me kasa baby me kasa at a point you have to balance between legality and wisdom one kasa ope baby na e dan open program for be 15 so pay the same time no landlord no share o de person di mra so di 6 months neighbor minua nyame se nka akro da bonten and say it is but unfortunately because of housing deficit no. And some of can say buying affordable housing doctors ne lawyers no more beji and no e bit me a ban policy state housing for ba omumu somo ban for policy bi mra say obi an income bracket between 1,000 cedis between 3,000 no so affordable one room one kitchen and no dey more why would there chance men be ho into such a policy then a bit me about those whose income are really very small and yet are looking for accommodation. But so it's a government policy that can be brought about by state housing.
That's very well. I bet try very much say any state housing for the casa. Now probably tomorrow more I didn't come because I mean I was continue something. Lawyer, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Lawyer Frank AWRKUMASI na Otene Kano. Na enche the number betu janso so na uhia cancel aja obebo enche the number betu ja lawyer thank you very much thank you all right medasi bebre medasi pie lawyer okay nti like I said ye lawyer Frank AWRKUMASI ana edi nkomo ene dodo etumi frenya thank you very much and enche ye the community watch segment no ebebre busuafo but ade ba kwa mpese etiefo moma nyina ye hye ne nso on say brano edi dwumadi no bro say no ye hia say ye bo enwuma bebre ho dawro and you need to keep them coming adwuma bia wo de wo ye bia no bia also do ni kire bia there are so many benefits and for so bebre be na wo so say woni ye be kan bom abaye adwuma a worldwide on the Adventist World Radio no ko wiase afa na nyina a worldwide social media no and ho sana traditional no so sana bebia app ahodo nyina no Adventist World Radio no enam so enti woni ebedidwa no kwase no se wadwuma no international na afeye sanse say Christian station nso so nti mpaibo nyina sa bake mpaibo nyina bake ha no very authentic nti ye bo wade ho dawura there's no way bosome beso no oboka ekwan bia so so onya so fa so omo ha no de omo can they can attest to that fact eti bomodin a kapre teku sempo bi ekura no de ode ba ha no mo de hia ne say ye a legit business ye besum na yahwe na ye no nyina kan bom apad na ye adwuma no kama eboa no na ye so ebo eti bomodin a na efre 0241644171 0241644171 bomodi and the free or fra will get in touch na I was see about you maybe ho na ni onyina atase edin komo edi year 2 year kapre te ku sempo bia de kutaw no woni e kasa ye behwe na ya yode aboa 0241644171 0241644171 and yen kamom na yen dijwa yen na ye homra na ye fa community watch segment no ento a etie for so live on Adventist World Radio 97.7. Sanya yeka no community watch segment no Breno Ason Henry Akwesi Boatin in charge of community watch no prempre o menchen na nyakopon ye adomo a efiada ye de or the report ni na beba nti ne obefre obefre na nia ha wadwene mesremo wada mabru enye rent control no asem na sese ye beka eno de ye de ba na wie ye sese no community watch me area akromfo ati see me street light is not working, me traffic light means you ma kwanye me say ni nyina let's get them na akosi what so nchoro na fe going forward na ye say ye betu. Hello, good morning. Yes sir, champion boko de good. Why they? Okay.
Alaba, oh my Alaba, Banco. Give me a boy to say, oh, Alaba, please come on, give me a water, Canada. Yeah, you're going to because you go to my private, you make a family down.